Before we start, I would like to say a disclaimer that the thumbnail, the pictures of plugins that you see in the thumbnail, I just thought they were very funny. That's why I put them. So no offense to the developers behind some of those plugins that you see. All right, but this is a topic that caught my attention by Production Expert's blog. You can find the full article in the video description and first comment as well. And I would love to have a discussion and talk with you about this blog post by Production Expert. So the title is "Are we entering the age of BS plugins?" Right? Like these promises and this like one-off plugins that promise you like heaven and that promise you to be like the magic pill that you needed to solve all of your problems, right? That's mainly the discussion about this blog post. And so let's read a bit of this words here. Perhaps I have the wrong settings on my social media accounts, but it seems a day rarely goes by when I don't see an advert for another magic plugin. What do I mean by this? Have we run out of good ideas? It seems we have so saturated the plugin market with emulations of classics and sometimes not so classic hardware. We joke a lot, but anyone who brings out another 1176 or Pultec plugin either has to do with something very special and adds things not possible with a regular one, or they should reconsider their calling in life. Like how many emulations we have of amp sims, the same like Mesa Boogie's 5150, right? That's a joke that gets around a lot, gets thrown a lot, and the continues. So where can plugin developers go next once there's no hardware left in the old studio cupboard to resurrect? Well, how about the seemingly endless supply of plugins that add some bite or thump, or if it's a really special plugin, then the effect is so magic it can't even be put into words. It reminds me of the digital equivalent of the Emperor's new clothes at times. Let's be clear, I'm not talking about some of the excellent plugins that have managed to distill complex processes into a single control, and I also want to talk a bit about this right in a moment. I love them as much as the next one. However, there's a lot of unknown brands pushing out pretty crappy plugins to try and grab a share of the market. On April Fool's, this is funny. On April Fool's Day 2022, we made our own a joke, right? It was so close to the kind of silliness that people passed off as innovation that some people fell for it. Is this plugin like imaginary plugin, right? Vintage mutes, super mute modeling. So it mutes the different consoles as a joke, right? Joke, and many people fell for it, and that's like some of the marketing, like trying to reproduce a bit of the marketing language and stuff, right? So the same old cliche, the secret weapon of mastering engineers, the plugins that professionals don't want you to know about, right? That's secret weapon line. And yeah, I have seen some of those type of languages in some brands, and I would really have loved to have like a list of this blog post by Production Expert of those plugins or some kind of like, right? Because I think these days, yes, we have an saturated or oversaturated market, but there are many great stuff and innovative stuff. I mean, I think at this point, if you create a compressor, that's good and all, but you would have to create something that probably saves me some time at the when I'm compressing or something. So I think the best plugins are the ones that are saving us time. And these days also the artificial intelligence word is thrown a lot, and in the audio plugin industry it's no exception, right? AI plugins this, AI plugins that, and there isn't really artificial intelligence behind these. Sometimes there is only like machine learning, and that's a bit different than artificial intelligence per se, right? So even though some of this article is correct, I think there are still many great innovative brands and plugins released every single week. So here, for instance, let's continue. The mark of true innovation is quality. It's great to see people behind innovative in the audio technology space, but this is current tsunami of plugins that offer to be the magic your mix is missing. And also mentions this like some plugins that claim to be the magic pill or something like that. Something that you might see with those type of marketing strategies is that, or you don't see, right? You don't see the advice of them telling you to work more, to actually studying your craft, actually getting your hands dirty, right? So whenever you see that type of language, that this plugin is the magic pill or some stuff like that, I think people are intelligent enough to notice when something it's like a that type of language, right? Something is a bit shady behind that. I think people are intelligent enough, especially these days, that there are a lot of plugins out there, and I think people also like to take care of their money, and not just like purchasing for purchasing. That's why it's like YouTube videos and demos of different reviewers and stuff are important. And also one thing that I would suggest every time you are like in a decision crossroad or something, whether you want to buy or not the plugin, is to trust in companies that have free trials available. To me, a company that doesn't have a free trial available, like fully featured free trial available of 10 days or 15 days, stuff like that, a company that doesn't have that, I don't trust a lot in those type of companies. Here on the channel, every time that I review a paid plugin or something, they have free trials, and every time that a company pays me to make a review of their plugin, like a sponsorship, brand deal or something like that, I always try to make sure that they have a free trial. And if they don't have a free trial, sometimes I have advised the developers, you need to put a free trial if you want people to trust in you, right? Because we need to try things first, buying. And yeah, so let's continue here in the last part. Less is more. Is it possible to be successful without the constant churning of new products? Yes, it is. He mentions the example of Spectrasonics, are a case in point. Less than half a dozen plugins in around 20 years and still regarded as one of the best VI brands on the markets. Yeah, I think to some extent this blog post has a point, but let's not like confuse new plugins, everything that it's new or that it's an emulation or another emulation as something that is BS. Like if it's a saturated and oversaturated market, it's also a proven market. That's what a saturated market can tell you, right? That it's an industry that it's worth to so many people, and if music production has gotten this big, and a saturated market proves it, right? That's my opinion. And yes, there are some BS plugins, but I think there are a lot of new development and innovative plugins that might be, for instance, Sonable plugins, right? They released a compressor, but it's not a usual compressor. A lot of the groundwork is done for you, and a lot of time is being saved. So I think the plugin brands that are gonna continue to succeed are the ones that save us time, because I think time is the most precious thing we have. So I am very interested to know your opinions about this blog post. I see here Acoustic in the live chat. Good question. Hi to everybody. Whenever the market is flooded, of course, there will be a lot of low quality plugins. Hola. Roger says, hola. Hello, Roger. Cole did the silent reverb gimmick for April Fool's too. Yeah, I saw the April Fool's joke by what's the name of the company? Yeah, Cole Audio, Christian Cole, the music producer, and also Aurora DSP, right? They both together did a joke, and I actually fell in one joke about White Sea Studio, about a mastering, artificial intelligence mastering free website, and I fell for it. And I actually released that AI thing here in the on a video as another freebie of the week, and it was my bad because I fell for the prank. But even though there are some BS plugins, I think people are intelligent enough to get around it and to know when there is a BS behind it, when there is some type of shady marketing thing, right? So I am very interested to know your opinion. And also, cool thing about in this blog post, it's mentioned or are mentioned some legendary plugins, and also the top 10 like plugins of the decade, and I think a valuable also resource for that. I don't agree with everything with all of the legendary plugins and stuff, but definitely I think it's a great good resource. And yeah, let me know what you think of this this question that production expert throws out there, and explores and go a bit more in depth in this article. You can find the full article in the video description. And first comment, right? Are we entering the age of BS plugins? Do companies did companies run out of ideas? I think people these days don't fall very easily for these types of marketing tactics and techniques. I here in the channel I review a lot of plugins, mostly free ones, and amazing that we live in an amazing age, I think, because we have a lot of amazing free tools. So I suggest you to be careful with them, with some of these marketing tactics. And also when a person is reviewing a product, and make sure that they also have disclosures, right, when they are being paid by the company. Also, that's another good sign to have by YouTubers and just people reviewing plugins, right? So yeah, that's the video for today, my friend, and the topic for today. Hello Beats, please let me know what you think of this right here in the channel. I'm very interested to know your opinion about this topic. All right, so yeah, there you go. Before we leave, if you want some free resources on my website, some free PDF guides and ebooks, I have some free PDF guides about production, music production, resources like how to mix a song using only free stuff, how to make more music in less time, also some how to manage like your time and stuff like that. Also some free impulses, free sample packs of drums and stuff like that. So everything will be linked in the video description as well. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate very much your support and attention here. And oh yeah, one-knob plugins or AI plugins or what? Not only that, not only one knob, because I think there are very good one-knob plugins out there. But yeah, the artificial intelligence words are thrown a lot out there in the marketing tactics. We ought to destroy the computers and go back to real. Them was the day. Well, a lot of us wouldn't exist if computers weren't alive. I wish Dulles was affordable. Alright, well, leave your comment please, and I will see you very soon in the next video, my friend. Bye bye.